Give me that in the All-Star game all day long.
You're not going to hear any argument from me. Obviously, it's only been one half of the season, but what a half a season he's had already. And I mean, if he can keep it up, maybe he gets into that discussion for MVP.
Who's your AL MVP, Brian? If that guy has some run support, I think it would be even more of a clear winner than it already is. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Play-by-Play podcast. Look at that. 2 weeks in a row. Consistency is coming back to form.
Maybe. Except for we won't be here next week.
Knock on wood, yeah. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. But
We're here today.
Because we have 1 day left for the fan voting for the MLB All-Star Game. If you've been keeping track, we've done 2 of these so far. So let's do our third and final All-Star votes. Let's see if anything has changed over the last week.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just kick right into it. First base, Brian, on the AL. Who do you have?
So would you like me to do AL and NL, or would you want me to go?
Bang them both out.
Okay, I'll bang them both out. So the first person I got is actually a little bit of a change. I'll also take Aranda. I'll join you guys in that. I thought about Vlad a little bit because I kind of like the nukes and I like more power first base, but there's not a whole lot of power supply in the AL first basemen this year. It doesn't seem like a whole lot of guys. And boy, I don't know what happened to Paul Goldschmidt, but torpedo bat stopped working or something. I don't know.
Cliff.
And then I'll keep my other vote the same. I'll rep the jersey and I'll continue to vote for him. I'll take Pete Alonso.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the sexier pick would probably be Goldschmidt or the Blue Jays, bigger markets, but you got to give Jonathan Aranda some flowers. And I think I've been voting for him the first time we did this and then the last time, and I'm sticking with him all the way through. So he's my guy in the AL. And then in the NL, it's a race between Freddie and Pete. And I love Freddie, but I think you got to give some love to Pete, especially on a year where, last year was career lows across the boards, really. So you know what? First half of the season, give me Pete.
All right. So for me, I have not picked Jonathan Aranda over the last couple weeks. I think I went Goldschmidt first week, and then second week I went Vlad.
Okay.
Or last week I went Vlad. But I will go Jonathan Aranda this week. Batting 331, .331, 900 OPS. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
First base, I chose Pete last week.
Oh no, here comes Freddie.
I'm not choosing Pete this week.
Wow.
I'm going with my boy, Josh Naylor.
There's no way.
Batting 307, 53 RBIs, 10 home runs.
It's good.
That's great. Give me some love.
So you'd rather take
better.
So you'd rather take, what is that, like
8 less home runs and 10 less RBIs. Yes.
For 10 average or .010
I'm
average?
trying to give my boys some love.
I
Shout
love
out
Josh Naylor
Spencer
too.
Torkelson in the AL too. Even though he's batting a spicy 220.
Hey, listen, that's happened. Okay, I can start us with the second baseman. I'm going to go with my second Rays player.
Wow.
Give me the power that's not being supplied at first base. Give me the 15 home runs, and we're at the halfway point. So on pace for 30. I'm good at math. On pace for 30.
That checks out.
Brandon Lau.
Okay.
And then the other one, unfortunately, obviously, he had an unfortunate situation last night while he was playing against the White Sox. But I will also be taking Ketel Marte as my second baseman for the NL.
I will second that. Same exact picks.
Okay, well, I'm going to give it a little different of a look in the AL. I picked this guy the first time, and I'm sticking with my guns all the way through. Give me Gleyber Torres, especially in that ballpark.
So you're the guy voting for Gleyber Torres.
Especially in that ballpark where it is tough to get the ball out. I mean, dude, he's got an 803 OPS as a second baseman. That's impressive. So I'm sticking with Gleyber in the AL. I've stuck it all the way through, and I'm going to finish it out. And I mean, dude, Ketel Marte, this guy, talk about underrated every season. He's like the J-Ram of the NL, in my opinion. Just consistent and so good at his position. Ketel Marte, no-brainer.
Been the best second baseman in the MLB for quite some time.
3-4 years,
Quite some
maybe?
time.
Third base, I'll lead us off. I will go probably the guy that's literally never going to change for anyone in the AL, J-Ram at third base for the AL. And then, like last week, I will stick with Manny Machado in the NL.
I've been very boring with these ones because I'm going to go with the same exact thing, and I think these have been my picks for all three that we've done.
AJ?
Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, there we go. I was getting all mixed up. But yeah, I mean, had Alex Bregman been healthy for 81 games or however many the Red Sox have played now, I would say he'd be in the conversation because he's been having a great season with the Red Sox. But I mean, J-Ram, like I just said about Cattell, I mean, J-Ram is J-Ram. So I'm sticking with him in the AL for third base. And then in the NL, I mean, it breaks my heart to see guys like Austin Riley, who I know you're not too heartbroken about having a down year.
He had a down year last year too. Maybe he just sucks.
Hey, for Alec Boehm, who was getting some hate in the offseason, I will say he's having a solid year. Not a great year, solid year. All right, solid year. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, the pick is Manny Machado, aging like fine wine. So
you want to do our shortstops?
Our shortstops?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I thought you pointed to Brad. Let's see. Okay. I mean, it's same like I said with my second baseman and my first baseman. I gotta stick with Jay Willie. I mean, dude, as a rookie, to see what he's been able to do, who I would say outshining guys like Gunnar, guys like Bobby, I mean, and guys like Carlos Correa, who had great seasons last year. We're talking about Jacob Wilson right now. So, and to be doing that with the A's, credit to him. So that's my pick in the AL. And in the NL, I'll tell you who I'm not going with. Francisco Lindor.
Yeah, I know. It's just a bad time to slump. It's a bad time to slump. It's a bad time to slump. That's all right. They'll figure it out. They'll still be at the All-Star game.
Yeah.
They're still first in voting.
Yeah, I know. That's why I had to
still be at the game.
Jab it. Had to jab it. Yeah. And then, of course, Mookie's another popular guy there. But just having a down year offensively, just looking at his numbers, I know he's battled through a couple things. But my pick's Ellie. I mean, what can't this guy do? So that's my pick for shortstop.
I was looking at it, trying to give some reasonings on why I could put Bobby Witt at shortstop. I can't find him yet. Bobby Witt's been really heating up. So maybe after the fan voting closes and maybe he'll surpass someone, because he definitely will probably have better power numbers than Jacob Wilson. But for now, almost hitting 350. Still, he'll probably hit 20 bombs as a rookie. Give me Jacob Wilson. And for shortstop, like I said, it's a bad time to slump. And I have a reputation to hold here. I do. I will also take Ellie De La Cruz. He's better numbers-wise now across the board on everything. Also, he had some stolen bags as well. Just speed in general. Now, obviously, you get the more of a fall-off with the defense. But yes and no, because there's balls that he can get to that nobody else can get to. But he also can't field a ground ball right at him to save his life. That'll happen sometimes. But yeah, I'll take Ellie De La Cruz. Breaks my heart, but it'll be Ellie.
Yeah, I'm going to match both of you. It's got to be Jay Willie competing for the batting title with Aaron Judge.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if he can maintain it over the second half, obviously. I thought about Jeremy Pena, though.
Yeah, no, he certainly deserves a shout.
Good year.
Certainly deserves a shout.
325 and 11 home runs, 40 RBIs, 875 OPS. Essentially the same numbers as Jay Willie, but with just obviously the lower batting average, even though it's still 325.
Probably a higher OPS, though.
Same exact
OPS?
Oh, yeah, he has 2 more home runs than Jay Willie.
More doubles for Jay Willie.
Yeah,
and then
for sure.
On the NL side, I changed from Lindor last week. I'm going to stick with who I chose last week, Ellie De La Cruz.
That's right.
Brian, let's do the catchers.
Enough for making grown man cry. I'll keep the AL one short. It's boring. Whatever. It's Cal Raleigh. Cool. I don't have to say anything.
I'll be honest, it might be the same for both.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to keep the same. I'm going to keep the same for both for me. Only because I'm still going to go with the boring pick myself. I love what Goodman's doing, but I'm going to take Will Smith.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna choose who I chose last week. Cal Raleigh, I've chose every week, but on the NL side, I'm gonna take Hunter Goodman as well.
Wow.
Again.
Okay. I give enough of my Dodger fans hate, so I feel like this is where I draw the line where this guy just keeps getting better. And whenever you need a big hit, this dude clutches up with a sac fly, walk-off homer, you name it. This guy's always doing it. Will Smith, you're my NL catcher. Vote. And need I say any more about Cal Raleigh, who screw the catching offseason, or I mean the whole season, best offensive season by a catcher. What if he catches Aaron Judge's home run record?
He won't, but
We'll see.
that'd be insane.
I don't think many people thought he'd be at 32 home runs
Yeah,
this fall,
halfway through the year.
halfway through the season. Yeah.
So those are my two catchers for the All-Star game.
I will start the outfield.
Okay.
AL
I start the
side.
outfield?
Yeah, start the outfield.
All right. So I'll go the AL first as I scroll up to try and find my picks. Okay, here we go. I'll take the AL first. I'll take two of the same guys I've already taken before. I will be taking Aaron Judge, obviously, and Riley Green. And then give me another Detroit outfielder. I'm sorry, Kerry Carpenter, but give me center field icon, Javi Baez, as a third outfielder for the AL All-Star team. I mean, the career turnaround's been really good, really impressive for him. Like he obviously kind of fell off when the Mets made a bad trade. Got him, gave up Pete Crow. Bad trades will happen. Ask the Padres. But he moved to center field and he's been a different guy. His case rate's down. He's not striking out as much. He's still striking out a lot. Not as much though. And he looks really good. Almost 800 OPS. Looks really good. And then I'm gonna keep two people from my NL team as well. I will keep Pete Crow Armstrong and I will keep Ronald Acuna Jr., but I will be adding Juan Soto as my third pick.
Homer pick, huh?
Listen, baby, he hit his 18th and 19th home run today. I mean, I don't know if I can find it again, unfortunately, but his slash lines in the month of June have been okay. Here you go. In June, he's hitting 325 with a 1.238 OPS, 10 nukes, 18 RBI, 22 runs scored, and 23 walks. That's all-star numbers. It seems like he's starting to finally fit into Queens. And I will also disclaimer that this is my pick also for the future. I think Juan Soto is going to keep going. The reason I kept picking Corbin Carroll is because the power in the outfield. And now Juan Soto's only one home run behind. So if I was a betting man, I would believe that Juan Soto is going to have home runs at a faster pace than Corbin Carroll. I think that's pretty not exactly a bold take.
Yeah, well, given the injury, it's a wrist.
Exactly.
It's a wrist injury. You don't know how serious those can be.
And he might come back and play, and then his numbers fall off the chart because his wrist is still bothering. That happened with his shoulder when he had that down ear. Sorry to go off on a tangent, but it looked like on a swing against the Mets in July or something of 2 years ago, he looked like he popped his shoulder out of place. Continued to play through it. Not terrible, but he didn't have a very good second half of that year, and then he had a horrible sophomore season. So everybody says sophomore slump, but I think that these guys that get these wrist, hand, shoulder injuries, they
Just lingers.
they play through it and it just lingers, and it might not. You might have a week where it doesn't hurt and the dude rates, and then all of a sudden
Just
it gets
takes
a little
one bad
tight.
swing,
It gets a little tight, and then you can't hit for a little bit.
And we're talking about the margin for error being so small in the major leagues that it's like
Exactly.
you gotta be close to perfectly healthy, to be able to perform at the highest level.
Yeah, and so my bold take that I told you guys before is that I'll be adding one. I'm being a little biased because he hit two nukes today, helped the Mets beat the Braves. But he also hit a nuke yesterday and two nukes the game before. So
I mean,
I'll
hey, you look at Acuna's numbers for what, playing a quarter or a third
Acuna's
of the
not even
games.
the one that I said was a risky pick.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Has 100 plate appearances or 100 at bats now, and he still has a 1.2 OPS. Give me that in the All-Star game all day long.
you're not gonna hear the argument from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is going to be the same exact as last week.
Oh, okay.
Byron Buxton,
Yes, sir.
Riley Green, Aaron Judge in the AL. In the NL, Ronald Acuna, PCA, and give me the guy with a better OPS than Juan Soto. more home runs than Juan Soto, and more RBIs than Juan Soto. Mr. James Wood.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I
don't
can't hate it. Yeah, because I
don't
have a
hate it.
different third outfielder as well. But I mean, dude, what a star in the making James Wood is.
Yeah, no,
You look at this guy
It's kind
and
of
he's-
unfortunate the battle between him and Jacob for I know Rook of the Year would be really cool to watch, but he played too much last year.
Yeah, he's not
so annoying.
eligible. He would
so stupid.
easily run away with it.
I don't
Does
think
he-
so. I don't think he'd easily run away with it. Not with the way Jacob's pitching, but I know what you're saying.
Remember what I mean? Yeah,
I get it. I
They gave it to the dominant pitcher last year with an outfielder that had unbelievable numbers as well between
That's fair.
Skeens and Merrill. So I'm assuming they probably just follow the same.
That's fair.
Yeah, it is the sexier pick when you give it to a pitcher. But yeah, I think the AL, I think I'm going to keep it the same. I'm going to obviously stay Judge. Riley Green, who his numbers have only gotten better since we keep doing these videos. So, I mean,
You got a hard to take him out.
he's like, I am your second outfielder no matter what.
I had him since game one.
I did too. I
You
did too.
I did not.
I did.
I had Mr.
Kerry
Steve
Carpenter
Clark.
was the one that kept leaving out.
Yeah, well, Kerry
So-
Carpenter, unfortunately, that one didn't last.
Fell off a cliff.
Francisco
But you know who I
Lindor.
did have the whole time was Byron Buxton.
Yep.
And I mean,
I'll give it to you.
What
I
a-
still don't have
what
him,
a
but
season
yeah.
he's here. What a season. What a season. You got to
I
give
think
him
we
love.
finally are seeing what knock on wood. He did have a concussion earlier this year, but a healthy Byron Buxton, what he could do, playing baseball.
Wow,
So he's really fun to watch.
People can play with CTE. You're good.
And yeah, I think for me as well, I keep having the argument of what if PCA can pull it off this year? Obviously, it's only been one half of the season, but what a half a season he's had already. And I mean, if he can keep it up, maybe he gets to that discussion for MVP.
Maybe.
But this time I'm gonna switch it a little bit, and I'm gonna go with his teammate this time, and go Kyle Tucker as my second outfielder
With PCA.
with PCA.
Okay.
And my third guy, I've been sticking with him, and he's gonna be my guy here. Let me see, where's he at? Sorry,
He's your guy.
I
but
just
you gotta
had him.
look
I
for
just had him. Hold on.
Your guy, but he's got to look for him.
I got a little excited. Oh yeah, Mr. Acuna, Ronald Acuna, who's come on the scene late, but I mean, he ain't the reason why the Braves are still under 500. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Because this guy is a one-man wrecking crew there. So give me Acuna. It's in Atlanta. It's perfect.
Yep.
So
AJ, you want to continue on with the DHs for our last picks?
yes, I will for us. And poor Rafi, man. He would have been.
Yeah. Can we have two
NL.
for the NL and then
no for the AL, actually.
0 for the
He
AL?
played majority of the games with the AL team. He just put him on the AL team. He put him in a Red Sox uniform,
It's
too,
rough.
just to make it
Yeah.
even worse.
Let's all
But no, I'm gonna give love to Ryan O'Hearn, he won't be in the AL for long, or should I say with the
With the
Orioles for
Orioles,
long.
yeah.
So
See you later, buddy.
we'll see where he's at the end of July.
He might not even be an Oriole by the time the All-Star game is.
Yeah, crazier things have happened, right? We saw Rafael Devers traded. You got to strike while the iron's hot, maybe. So
Yeah.
who knows? And then of course, my beloved Shohei, he gets my vote in that NL.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same for me. Ryan O'Hearn and Shohei. Easy pick.
I thought about, obviously I'm going to take Shohei in the NL. I did think about Yandy Diaz in the NL, or in the AL, sorry, and add a third
Astros.
Rays player. Not Yandy Diaz, my bad.
Oh shoot, am I?
Yandy Diaz.
Yeah. My bad. I was
The Rays,
mixing-
right? It is Yandy Diaz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was-
you fucked me up. I was about to
Is
say
he gonna be Isak Ferreira?
Yeah, I'm thinking the East Side. My bad.
Hey, he rigs too. But no, I thought about it because I mean I'm the type of guy where I'll take somebody that's gonna hit more nukes if there's a drop off by 20 or 30 points in average. The only problem is he's only one home run behind Ryan O'Hearn. And even though they brought that fence in left field in Baltimore, it's still pretty difficult to hit that out.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
there.
for a lefty.
So I'm gonna continue with Ryan O'Hearn as well. I was looking for some excuses to maybe get a third Rays Ray guy into my team. But the Rays got some good dudes. They got some good dudes, but
Baltimore's not all bad this year. It's just
they're just
wildly
almost really
disappointing.
except for Ryan O'Hearn. They're pretty much bad except for Ryan O'Hearn.
Yeah.
Because everybody else had him down year. Jackson Holiday's not having a terrible year, but
I don't know if he could do much worse than what he was showing last year.
That's fair.
yeah, but he got rushed up.
Who knows?
He got
he
rushed
was
up,
crushing. He was crushing in the minors, though. It's like, at what point do you just say, "Hey, this guy's ready"? You know?
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, look at the
Sometimes
phenoms. They get called up at 1920.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know. And he played every day. I think that's the big key with these young guys is some young guys come up and they don't play every day and then they don't perform. You got to spend some time. That's why I'm happy. Like Luis Angel Acuna went back down to AAA. Luis Angel Acuna's got to play every day right now until he's ready to play in the MLB. I don't like the whole bring the young guy up, but then he's a platoon guy. I'm not a big fan. If you're gonna bring the young guy up, they got to play every day because their confidence is so fragile. Like it.
I mean, it's kind of like what the Red Sox are doing too, right? They brought up Mayer and Roman, and it seems like they've been playing consistently every day.
Yeah, for the most part.
I mean, Mayer, they threw him at second base for the first time in his career.
Well, that's more so as
Yesterday.
Bregman on the horizon of coming back. So getting him normal at bats at second it's going to be the move for them.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for the All-Star, right? That's it. That's the final one.
Let us know what you guys agree with, what you don't agree with.
Yeah.
Now I want to get into this is going to be kind of the last end or the tail end of our podcast tonight. Let's get into the mid-season awards. Who are your award winners?
Okay.
If the season were to stop today, let's just go for the big boys first. Who's your AL MVP, Brian?
My AL MVP, if I was to project the entire rest of the season, I love catchers. Give me Cal Raleigh as my AL MVP. And I understand a whole lot of people would have clicked off or commenting that a whole lot of people that
just Yankee fans.
Well, and say that I don't know ball, and that's fine. I get it. Aaron Judge is the sexier pick, and Aaron Judge is hitting like three. Aaron Judge is slumped horribly, and he's still hitting a mediocre 350. But Cal Raleigh's on pace to do
361.
Oh yeah, my bad. Pretty mediocre.
Yeah.
But Cal Raleigh's on pace. He's on pace to do something that we haven't seen since Mike Piazza back in, I believe it was like 98 or 99. And have arguably the best offensive season a catcher's ever had. And you're supplying that. I understand there's been a little bit of drop off in his defense this year. I'll substitute that with the fact that he might have, like I said, the best year ever offensively. He's still a Platinum Glove Award winner at catcher. So he's a switch hitter. So you have a guy that maybe 75, 80% of his day is talking with the pitchers, the starter, the guys are, the first to come out of the bullpen because, a lot of that stuff's planned. Okay, we're going to go with this guy for the bullpen too. To talk to them, get their game plan, talk about everything they're going to do with the lineup every single day and all that. And then he'll go hit BP. Okay, there's a righty on the mound. So I'll hit some lefty BP. Oh, but they have some studs in the bullpen that are lefties. So now I got to hit some, there's some lefties. So now I got to hit right-handed and get some hacks in then. And then now I got to go back and I got to catch the bullpen for our starter. And now I got to do all this. And oh shit, now it's game time. And don't worry, I'll still hit maybe 60 nukes in the year and hit 280. That's, in my opinion, that's more impressive than what Judge has got going on right now. Not to take away from the fact that Judge might have the best offensive season ever. And if he does, obviously give him the MVP. That's a no-brainer. But I at least for now, like I said, I want to go with Cal Raleigh only because I want to see a catcher win the MVP. I don't know the last time the catcher won an MVP. I can't remember. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think Buster ever won an MVP.
I don't.
Or Yachty. I'm not sure.
I feel like Buster might have won one.
Maybe. I don't. Like I said,
if not Buster, I'm thinking Mauer.
Maybe Mauer won one.
But those two guys for sure.
I mean, 10 plus.
That's rare air though when it comes to that position.
15 plus years since
since
a catcher's won the MVP. I mean, and there have been some good catchers. Yeah. And we're just seeing some guy that and by the way, also last carry on top. It's in Seattle, man.
Yeah.
This dude's hitting nukes where he's playing 81 games in Seattle. Where Teoscar Hernandez was horrible, and then he went to the Dodgers, obviously really good again. And he talked about how annoying it was to play in Seattle, how it is so hard to hit because of the batter's eye, because they almost feel like the mound's crooked there and all that. So, I mean, to do that is
impressive.
It's impressive. And so that's what I'm going to, long way of saying that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. No, I'm not going to be long-winded with it.
Sorry.
I was going to choose the big dumper before you said his name. And I'm still going to choose the big dumper for all the reasons that you said. I think it is more impressive that, one, you're doing it from both sides of the plate. Two, you're a platinum glove winner. Three, probably the busiest guy on the ball field, right? Like you said, got to catch for the starter, got to hit righty, got to hit lefty. All these things, and he's doing it in Seattle. It's just more impressive. I think it's kind of like, I'm not comparing the two, obviously, but it's kind of like the Shohei thing. If Shohei or someone would have similar hitter numbers or hitting numbers as Shohei, I think you would still lean towards Shohei because he could also pitch, which is obviously harder than catching and hitting, but still, give me the big dumper for the MVP.
Yeah, and I just wanted to clarify, Posey did win the MVP in 2012, and Joe Mauer was the last AL catcher to win it in 2009.
So 13 years since the last catcher won
the
MVP.
That's still, like I said, very impressive.
Yes.
And Posey had nowhere near numbers offensively like this.
Yeah, absolutely
Honestly.
not. But I think something to look at is when you look at it, like, think of the pitching staff that he had to help, those are guys that are going for long stretches. And I mean, going almost probably 7 innings a game with those guys in San Francisco. And we're seeing it the same thing in Seattle, probably one of the best pitching staffs in baseball right now. And who's the guy behind the dish? It's Kyle Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really torn on who, just because of the position. Had this be really any other position on the field, even if it was a shortstop, even if it was a center fielder, catching, it's, people already say that baseball is too long of a season, and to add on to it that you're the catcher, who the guy that takes the beatings, foul balls off your face, squatting for 9 innings. Obviously catches don't play every game,
But he gets pretty close.
But yeah, he doesn't take a lot of days off.
I think I saw something where I think they've played like 78 games or 79 games, and he's missed 1, and he's DH'd for only like 15 to 16 of them. I mean, his off days aren't really off days, so it's like, DHing is still, you still got to go out there.
And I bet you, if you look at it, when he's DHing, I wonder if his numbers are down.
Yeah, that could be something to look at because it's a small enough sample size to get an idea.
Yeah,
but I'm sure it's not a split.
No.
Man, every part of me wants to say Judge only because of the numbers.
Well, and the problem is you look at like the stat leaders, and Judge is like the stat leader on almost everything.
Yeah,
so you want to take Judge, but
you know what? I'm going to change my tune because I've seen it so much with Mike Trout, and it's the whole, he's in that discussion every year. So you know what, Aaron Judge, by giving you some love because you're there every year, give me Cal Raleigh.
I like that. That's a clean sweep.
So we just got a lot of people just turned off the short of the video.
Fuck the Yankees.
Like I said, long season. I mean, dude, he's not taking days off.
No.
Just because you're a DH doesn't mean you just you're chilling in the dugout, not doing anything. You're still studying the guy you're going to go hit against. And you're probably talking to your pitchers even when you're not working.
Well, so that's what I was saying is people that are hitters playing the field, they'll go in maybe like a strikeout or, they'll do something. They can go watch the iPad and stuff like that. And I'm sure Cal Raleigh gets some looks at the iPad.
Yeah.
But he's also got whams if Logan Gilbert comes over and asks a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Or what do you see in this guy? What do you see in that guy? The manager comes over. What do you see in this? What do you see in that? He's got to have the answer for all that stuff.
Yeah, you're not just...
So even in some inside the dugout, he can't lock into an at-bat until he's on the on-deck circle. Because everybody knows that the pitcher is more important than your AB. That's how it is. That's just how it is as a catcher. So you might be standing on the top step in the hole, and the manager's talking to you. All right, what did you see with Zach Neto when we threw him the 2-seam inside or something? Like, can you get in on it, or is that something we can keep doing or something like that?
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, hey, this guy likes to throw it like this and be on the lookout for this. It's like, no, we're going to worry about what our pitcher's throwing. So until he's literally away from everybody else, he can't lock into his at-bat.
Again, the busiest guy on the ball field.
I mean, it's incredibly impressive. And shout out to my GOAT, Mike Piazza, but hopefully I like to see history. I hope Cal Raleigh can pass his best offensive season ever.
Yeah.
So let's do NL. I'll start it off. I'm going to make it nice and quick. I really want to say PCA. Just because it is a sexy pick to say PCA.
Yeah.
But I will go with the glorious king, Shohei Ohtani. He is just so damn
I hate
good.
doing it, and plus his pitching.
Yeah. That's part of what I was gonna go into. It's
So much.
it's one of those things where I've told Dodger fans the day that he left, I'm like, you will not get the full Shohei experience until you get to see him on the bump. And we're finally getting to see that a year and a half into his tenure with the Dodgers. I mean, for me, it's my favorite thing when I watch him play. It's seeing him up on the bump, chucking. I mean, if he hasn't hit 100 already, he's gonna ramp up to it eventually. And I mean, there's literally nothing this guy can't do. So for me, it's Shohei, and until he falls off, it's gonna continue to be Shohei.
Yeah, whatever. I'll take Shohei too. I do have a question though, real quick, for both of you guys.
Yep.
I saw this the other day. Obviously, Shohei won his MVP 50-50 season, right?
Mhm.
In your opinion, what? I know 50-50's never been done before. Obviously, incredibly hard.
Yeah.
In your opinion, which one is more difficult to do? Shohei Ohtani 50-50 or Ronald Acuna 40-70? Because 40-70 also had never been done.
I'll say 50-50.
Really, you think so?
Yeah.
The only reason I'm torn and where it gets me is that Acuna was playing the field, and where Shohei could strictly focus on hitting.
Just hitting, yeah.
And obviously, he has to keep himself in good shape to be able to steal 50 bases because that's no easy feat. But man, I just see it as like, you're diving all over the diamond in the outfield. You're running balls down. Eventually, it's 162 games we play in a year, or they play in a year. It's one of those things where, it's one of those things where it's, dude, these guys do not feel 100. Probably after the first series, of a season, there's no point at which these guys are like, yeah, I feel 100%. I feel great. These guys are battling it out. So as much as I love Shohei, I think I'm gonna go 40-70.
Okay. I was torn. I'd say I don't even know if I can make a decision. Like I said, I just saw that and I was like, "Ooh, that's actually a good question to bring up," because it's close. It's honestly pretty close. Yeah, I think so. At least
You could debate either side.
I think so.
You want to start with the AL Cy Young prediction?
I can do AL Cy Young. Yeah, sure.
Let's see what you got.
So I'm gonna go away from boring pick here. Although I love him a lot, I do. Tarek Skubal is such a dog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give some flowers to a guy that I mean, I knew he was going to be good. I didn't think he was going to be this good. And I'm sure it sucks having him in your division. I'll take Hunter Brown as my AL Cy Young right now, at least. He looks really good. The Astros are the Astros are good. There's not really much to say about it. I mean, it's close in the AL. There are some good guys. I mean, like Max Fried is also in there. Like I already mentioned, Tarek Skubal. I'd say that those three are within,
You didn't even say my guy.
You didn't say my guy either.
Oh, really?
Continue. You'll fight on our guy.
Either way.
I think we have the same guy.
So obviously I'm missing a few guys, but even if I heard those guys' names and I remembered, I will take Hunter Brown. I think he's been very impressive this year. And like I said, maybe it's the fact that I'm so shocked that I thought he was going to be good. I didn't think he was going to be this good, but he's dominating.
He took those baby Verlander,
comparisons.
Comparisons.
I'll just pitch like
He said, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
I am.
My windup's exactly like him. Fuck it, I'll just be like him.
Yeah.
Why not?
For me,
go
I am gonna go away from Tarek Skubal, like you did, but I will go with the MLB leader in strikeouts, Mr. Garrett Crochet.
My man.
That's it. I did forget Garrett Crochet, but even remembering Garrett Crochet,
you still stick with Hunter Brown. That's a nice pick.
Yeah,
I think the AL is very competitive.
Absolutely.
I think if you're a betting man, Tarek is the clear favorite. But if you look 2, 3, 4, you have Crochet, Brown, and Fried, all about the same odds. So I will go with Garrett Crochet. He is just absolutely lights out, worth every asset given up
and dollar.
Give me Garrett Crochet as the AL Cy Young.
Yeah, I think what I love about it is you kind of look at each situation and it's all very unique in its way. Whereas you have Tarek Skubal, who is probably the best pitcher on the best team in baseball, record-wise. You got Hunter Brown, who's taken an Astros team where we didn't really expect them to be as good as they are, and here they are again mid-season, and they're 14 games over 500. Shocker, right? And then you got Max Fried, who's a new signee. doing it in what everyone in the league would say is a hitter's ballpark. What has he got? 10, 11 wins right now? I mean,
He's
10-2.
confirmed 10-2
10-2
with a 1.92 ERA.
I mean, Max Fried definitely deserves his flowers. Talk about worth every penny right now, especially with Garrett Cole going down. Huge for them. But yeah, I think Crochet for me, only because he's going to blow his innings out of the water this year. Should he continue and the Red Sox don't absolutely decimate and, shut him down or whatever, but I don't see that happening. But just a guy, like we said, leading the league in strikeouts. And I mean, he's going out there and he's going at least 6, like almost every single start, keeping him in every single game. I mean, for a team that's obviously battling their offensive woes now without Rafi, and pitching, I would say Fenway's a hitter's ballpark as well.
Yeah, it's pretty deep out there.
You can ping pong off the monster though, is my and obviously,
but it's deep everywhere else.
Well, pesky pole, and then it kind of
just fucking goes out.
Really.
You got pesky pole, and then it kind of goes this way.
But I don't know. I kind of love. He's kind of got that mini sail about him, where he kind of throws from a funky angle across his body. Just a super fun guy to watch. And he's always friggin' locked in the dugout. So, Crochet's my guy.
And before I can't shout out to my sweet prince.
I was gonna say, I think you're gonna give him love.
Sweet prince. I'm gonna give him love. That's the comeback player of the year.
There you go.
But also, there's a chance.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a chance.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate it.
There's a chance. I'll still stake with Hunter Brown right now.
Yeah.
But don't be shocked if we do this 3/4 the way through. If he keeps shoving, that I'm just throwing the Mets jersey on and taking DeGrom no matter what.
Back.
Please. I need the Rangers to start losing more ball games. That's what I need the Rangers to do.
AJ, who's your NL Cy Young?
Man, this poor guy, man. But he's just so good. I got to go with Paul Skeens. Just a guy that gets absolutely zero run support. Just you look at the numbers this year, and they're just getting better. Obviously, I think there's like some weird stat where he hasn't had 10 strikeouts in a start in like 40-something starts, but you look at him every 5th day going out there shoving for a team that sucks, worst team in the division, and I mean he's just doing it, So for me, Paul Skeens is my guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna choose Paul Skeens. Shout out my boy Logan Webb though. He's been absolutely shoving this season. Zach Wheeler shoving this season.
Mr. Consistent.
Obviously, you have Yamamoto, you have your sales, but Paul Skeens is a safe. I think so far the only favorite that we've picked. Betting wise, if that guy has some run support, I think it would be even more of a clear winner than it already is.
So I've gone in depth a little bit too much today, but I'm going to do it one more time. I'm sorry. But this, because I'm also going to take Skeens, and I saw some stuff, stupid fans on Twitter. I hate it because I saw it firsthand in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that no person that's 4-6 or negative record deserves to win a Cy Young. Paul Skeens so far this year, obviously he's 4-6. Baseball Reference has not updated his ERA since he got bounced around today. This has him at 1.85. He started 16 games. He has thrown a CG. Lost that game, by the way. And he has 106 strikeouts in 102 innings.
That's
in 2018, a certain pitcher went 10-9 with a 1.7 ERA in 32 starts, 217 innings pitched, and 269 strikeouts. And he won the Cy Young. So give me Skeens as well. The numbers are very comparable. I feel bad for Skeens because the same exact thing that DeGrom had to deal with with the Mets when he was in 2018, 2019, where you are by far and away. And I don't think I'm going out on a limb here. I'm certainly not going out on a limb winning back-to-back Cy Young saying that Jacob DeGrom was the best pitcher in the MLB at that time.
Yeah.
But I'll go on a limb and say that Paul Skeens is the best pitcher in the MLB, in my personal opinion. And it's just rough watching the best player on the team, best pitcher in the MLB again in such a short time. There's been 6 years passed since this, beyond just a team that can't do anything for him. I mean, 2 of Jacob DeGrom's wins, he was doing it before Shohei was cool. 2 of Jacob DeGrom's wins were shutouts that he threw that he hit the home run to score the run.
I was gonna say that's the worst thing now. You can't even do it yourself.
And by the way, Paul Skeens could kind of rake back in when he was in like college playing for like
He
Navy.
pitched it in college, right, or something like that.
Yeah, he could kind of hit. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
there's a
like,
story
you
out
know,
there.
it's not gonna blow you out of the water or whatever, but he could hit for a pitcher. Yeah, you can't even help yourself out if you wanted to anymore. That kind of sucks.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just it's really tough to watch, and I hate it. And we talked about it about thinking Skeens should get traded. I think it'd be a mistake for the Pirates to trade him as a front office, but as a fan and a guy that loves Paul Skeens,
You don't want
God,
to see
I
him
want
on the Pirates.
God, I want him to get traded so bad.
Yeah.
Don't go to the Dodgers.
Don't go there. Go to the Angels.
Well, we have the same
Later
problem. No, their Angels can score runs.
So that's me.
Go to Mets.
They can score runs. We just give up a lot of runs. It's
Hey, there's
except
There
when
you go.
Kikuchi's pitching, I guess.
hey, why not Kikuchi and Paul Skeens?
Wow.
That's a 1-2 punch.
Well, 1-1 punch. I don't know if I'd put Kikuchi as the 2 in that punch, but I think Skeens.
Put him as a 1-up. That's it.
It's 1A, 1B. It's pretty much the same thing.
I will lead us off with the AL Rookie of the Year. It's got to be Jacob Wilson. Another layup. Look again, going for the batting title. He's just a very bright spot, along with a couple other pieces, in Sacramento. Is that where they play?
Yep.
Technically.
For the A's, I can't even say Oakland A's.
Nope.
For the A's,
The Sacramento A's, baby.
he is the bright spot, and he's just lights out. But like we said earlier, it sucks that my boy, Mr. Hamas Wood,
That's the NL.
that's the NL. Scratch that.
We'll save that.
We'll save that for a second.
But yes, give me Jacob Wilson of the AL.
Yes.
Yeah. Talk about for a team where some people are actually hopeful on the way that they would look this year, and I think pitching has just been atrocious.
It's got hit.
Especially their bullpen. Their bullpen. You look at ERAs in that bullpen, and you are like, wow, those guys only have contracts because of the A's.
I can go out there. I'll play for league minimum right now.
Hey, that's like $700K now.
You
That's pretty
you
good.
you want someone to give up runs? I can be your man.
Yeah, if you look at the A's bullpen, it is bad. But yeah, Jacob Wilson, who for a rookie, like I said, to be outperforming guys like Bobby Witt, Gunnar Henderson especially, and I would say even Jeremy Pena. Obviously he's had a coming out party this year. But to be the leading, I think he's the leading vote getter in the All-Star game, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Should be
Close.
pretty sure.
Yes, he is,
Yeah.
because Bobby's second.
Yeah, like I said, just impressive. And honestly, so super happy for the A's. What a bright spot he's been for them.
I won't have a ballad for this one. I'll also go with Jacob Wilson. I'll keep both these ones short. I think.
Nice and easy.
Yeah.
A's actually shut out the Tigers today.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
Let me, for the NL, let me get Jacob Mizorowski. He is lights out and is in the very few starts that he's had.
Yep.
But, I mean, he's only given up one hit in 47 innings. That is disgusting. If he
Or
could
47 batters, right?
47
batters, sorry.
Okay.
That's what
That
I'm saying.
is still,
Bro's got
that is
3 no-hitters.
that is disgusting to just look at. I mean, if he can obviously keep it up throughout the season, I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, he outdueled Paul today. So the guy that we, I would argue is one of the best pitchers in all of baseball in general. I mean, now he's outdueling the Pirates, who are atrocious. But that doesn't take away from the fact that he throws a 96-mile-an-hour slider. That's something I don't think I've ever seen.
Well,
As a baseball fan, 96? 96.
95 was the closest I've seen.
Yeah, but 96.
I know.
That's crazy. Not even Ben Joyce, who I think on record right now has the fastest fastball
106.
ever. I
105.8 or
think
something like that.
his slider is 93, 94. So the fact that he, however the hell he's getting that thing to move like that with that miles per hour, otherworldly. He's going to be fun for the Brewers.
For the next 2 years.
I mean,
And
hey, they keep him until their last year, okay? And then you ship them like Corbin Burns. Rest in peace, Corbin Burns. Not literally, but
figuratively, yeah. Well, and also
his arm.
well, yeah, it happens. I'll say what you were gonna say when you premature. Unfortunately, people like PCA and James Wood can't be in this conversation.
Yeah.
Just a little too many
Just a little too many. Yeah, it sucks a little bit because it'd be a cool race.
Yeah.
Pitchers are sexy. And some people would say it's a little fast, but Baldwin, I think you said, is the person that's Drake Baldwin is the person to catch it for the Braves.
Yeah.
I'd have pushed out Sean Murphy now.
A little bit.
Well,
A little bit. I mean, the Mets played the Braves for 3 before the weekend, last weekend, and then they are playing the Braves for 4 now, and I think Baldwin started 75% of those games.
Yeah.
I think Sean Murphy started one of them. So definitely kind of pushed him out, which is kind of impressive. Sean Murphy down year this year.
Yeah.
But Andy was hurt at the beginning of the year.
But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't help that you have a stud catcher behind you.
Yeah.
Well, now
And
it's
so,
not.
yeah, I mean, I was talking about how catchers are sexy before, but pitchers are sexier. Sorry. I'm going to go. Like we said, it might be premature, but I'll go with Jacob too.
Yeah.
I love, and plus, maybe I just love pitchers named Jacob. I don't know.
That's okay.
Might be,
something
it might be a
about-
Jacob thing.
It just might be the fact that they're both named Jacob and could throw around 95-mile-an-hour sliders.
Shout out Jacob Lopez. Sorry. That was a little random, but for the people that know him, shout him out. Hey, he pitched today.
How do you do?
You told me the Tigers got shut out, right?
You're right.
So he must have done
That's
something.
pretty good.
Pretty well.
So
I think that's it. Unfortunately, other than that, there hasn't really been much. We're nearing towards the All-Star game, nearing towards the deadline.
What we have the NL MVP. We didn't get to.
Yeah, we did. We talked about Shohei.
Mr. Shohei.
When did we say him?
Brother, we didn't just skip
Right
the
after
NL.
Cal Raleigh.
Yeah.
My glorious king, Shohei Ohtani.
Am I missing
It's
something?
Shohei Ohtani. Yes, you are.
You said...
No. I remember saying him. What am I missing?
We had Cal Raleigh.
Did we do the NL Cy
Shohei.
Young? All skis, huh?
Skeens.
Oh yeah,
NL Rookie of the Year.
Crochet.
yeah.
And our Rookie of the Year, Mizorowski.
Oh man,
And
I think I got mixed up.
Is that water in your
Jacob
jug?
Wilson.
Josh, you blur this out. Yeah, no, sorry. I don't know where I got confused on that.
You're off one.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Okay.
The Giants blew the game, so
You're right. Go Marlins,
go
baby.
Marlins
Wow,
are a scrappy team.
throwback.
Marlins are a scrappy team.
Bro, that was
It's-
when they had my boy straight. Oh my, what was his name?
You still got Sandy.
Not, I know Sandy, the other pitcher.
You talking about Yuri?
Lizardo?
No. Sixto. Bro,
Sanchez.
Sixto Sanchez is a dog.
Hey, you only knew him.
Only you know
only
him.
knew
because of the
because
show.
of the show.
You're damn right.
Just like
I
what
thought you were
is
about to
it?
say Pablo Lopez.
Cabrera?
Edward Cabrera, great show card 21, and that will be the show 21.
Shout him out.
Sixto Sanchez, amazing.
Give former Marlins players
I
flowers
can't
right
wait
now.
until they
Their team would be so
add
good if they held on.
a Legends. You mean Mercedes into the game this year?
Wow. I don't think that'll
Crazy.
happen, but
I'll put in a petition
for the first
it.
week.
you could create them.
For the
Yeah.
first week.
Yeah.
First week when he literally didn't get out. We were at that game.
We were.
We were at that
Just-
game. Motherfucker went
You-
5 for 5.
5
All
for
singles
5.
up the middle, baby.
No, he had a one home run.
Wow. Dog.
He was he was a dog.
And that's when I was getting hot dogs. And I couldn't see it because Jose Abreu, RIP to his career, by the way, hit a ball so high and so far that I couldn't see it because it went over the fucking. I couldn't see it. Or I had to bend down, still couldn't see it. It was going over the fucking wall and right. By the way, also speaking of the wall and right, shout out they moved that down. Shout out to Christian Moore.
They did that like 4 years ago.
I know.
It's been so long now.
Christian Moore, dog.
The AL Rookie of the Year.
Dog.
He's got a ways to go.
But he looks good.
He's got that dog in him, so that's
And-
something.
Boston's and kind of a dumpster fire, but
Shout out Greg Breslow. Sorry.
Oh, you want to fucking trade for Paul Skeens? And Garrett Crochet.
their team average or their age, the average of that team.
It's the second youngest in
I
baseball.
want to
too.
say, if not the youngest,
Behind
it
who,
has
the
to be
Marlins?
the second youngest.
I don't know.
Rocky,
I think. I mean, well, maybe now with these call-ups, it might be the lowest.
Brother, we were talking about past like Marlins the other day when we were like, oh, the Marlins would actually be good if they held on to the guys because he like
Dude,
Christian Yelich,
Dogs.
JT Realmuto, Giancarlo, obviously.
Mike.
Brother, I forgot about
Jazz.
I forgot Jazz. I forgot about
He'd be a good complimentary piece.
I forgot about I said this earlier. They had Pablo Lopez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That rotation would kind of be
Traded
dirty.
him
Well,
for the Twins for
I would-
Jesus.
Luis Suarez.
Yeah, I was gonna
Sorry,
say Luis Arias, but I was like,
You could also
he was in
could have
that
held on
trade
to Luis Suarez. I would have rather had Luis Suarez than Jazz Chisholm. That's for sure. So
over Pablo.
no, Luis Suarez over Jazz Chisholm
Oh, okay.
because they
okay.
play the same position.
No, Luis plays first now.
They use he used to
That's
play
because
kicker.
they don't got nobody.
Yeah,
Pirates
fair.
are a weird team.
Same thing with the Yankees. They put Jazz at third because they got nobody.
Dude, there's a Twitter handle. Sorry to get this off topic. I know we're going to wrap up. There's a Twitter handle that is on the Yankees' head 24/7. I forgot his
Cutter
name.
is king.
Cutter's king. Dude, he's on
Shout him out.
He is on the Yankees' head 24/7. Dude. I saw a play Jess Chisholm made today on the line. He threw it like
Free smoke at 7, baby. Free smoke at 7.
dude, he's fucking unbelievable. He needs to start selling merch because I'm buying.
I'm a consumer.
I'm buying. I'm buying, dude. He's got like I forgot. I don't know who the picture is, but it's on the Guardians, and he's got like just every single time I see that profile picture, I know it's going to be gold coming out of that.
No, it's Cutter Crawford.
Is it Cutter Crawford? I thought it was a Guardian. No, it's Cutter Crawford.
No, he's on the Red Sox. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
my
a Sox fan.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
dude.
Makes sense then.
His tweet. He is on the Yankees' head 24/7.
He does not skip a beat. He is on their ass. He's like the Rays in real life right now. He is on it.
All
All right,
well,
guys. Thank you for watching another week. Unfortunately, we'll not be here next week, but the week after that, we'll return to our regular scheduled programming. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, comment, all of the above. If you have any suggestions on what we should talk about or you want to hear, let us know. Catch you later.
peace.